Where have y'all been? Cause I've been here. I does my mic even still work? What's up, everybody? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. We are here to talk Beyond the Villa. This is episode 6. A bombshell has entered Los Angeles. Before we get started, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video, and then leave your comments down below. Let's address the elephant in the room. I missed last week's episode. So, if you guys were in my live last week, Saturday, you heard me talk about how hard it was raining outside, right? I was like, you guys can probably hear it. We had a good time on the live, but you heard me talk about the rain. Well, that rain that you guys heard in that live turned into almost 14 inches of rain overnight for the Milwaukee metro area and surrounding areas too. What that means is that we had flooding. And with flooding comes power outages. So I ended up losing power late Saturday night. I did not get power back until late Sunday night, which means I didn't have internet. I had to go to work the next day. Y'all know corporate thugging. So Monday I went to work. The power and internet were working, but then they cut off again, and then it was spotty on Tuesday because the flooding has been ridiculous here. So, keep my neighbors in the surrounding areas in your prayers. People have lost everything. People's houses were flooding. I have my parents' basement flooded. I have family members who the water was like knee height, waist height. Like it has been crazy. Flooding is coming again today. They're predicting a repeat of last week, actually, today. So I'm doing my due deals and not messing around. I'm going to try to get out as many videos as I can for you guys today before it starts storming later, okay? So I am not doing perfect match. Please don't ask about perfect match. I'm not doing perfect match. I am going to do Love is Blind UK. So those videos will hopefully start to trickle out. Oh, my goal is today. My goal is today, all right? But let's talk about Beyond the Villa. So I'm going to touch on last week's episode very, very quickly, very briefly. I have a couple thoughts, opinions, okay? Comments to make about last week. Let's start with Kayla and Aaron. Kayla, you had no business taking that boy, Aaron 2.0, because he do look like an Americanized Aaron. You had no business taking him to that party. You did it to be messy. You did it to get under Aaron's skin, and you did it because you wanted some attention from Aaron. Sick of Kayla's ass. I don't care how young she is at this point. Kayla's being messy. Kayla's being messy unnecessarily. And Aaron clocked your tea because, like Aaron said, had he had brought somebody, you would have flipped your shit. And you know you would have. And you know, we can tell that Kayla was doing that on purpose because she was smirking. She was smirking about it, but whatever. Leah, I think Leah found out that she does not have cancer. It's like a thyroid situation or something like that. Is that what I remember? Nonetheless, we are still praying health and wellness on Leah. Kenny and JaNa. Look, one, y'all celebrating y'all anniversary every month. It comes across as posturing. You guys are just doing stuff for attention. That's one. Two, JaNa, you set the tone for that dinner. And I know how y'all feel about JaNa, and we're supposed to hate Kenny now and all this type of stuff. JaNa set the tone for that dinner because why? Why, oh why did you start talking about what happened in Casa? Why are you talking about what happened in Casa more? Like I don't understand this. I don't like what are we doing at this point? So JaNa, you set the tone for that dinner. Kenny matched your weird energy. I'm not saying that it was right or wrong, but Kenny literally was matching the energy that JaNa put forward. Why were y'all arguing about that? Why would you be bringing that up? Why are you being passive aggressive about that? That's the type of shit that irritates me when it comes to JaNa. There was a little, y'all are out celebrating your 9-month anniversary and you're throwing in shit that happened in Casa. Why? Why? So then he start being a little weirdo that he is. And you talking about he gave you serial killer vibes. You stayed with his ass, so you weren't that afraid. Connor apologized to JaNa in person at a little saddle ranch, whatever they was doing, and I was like, okay, can we be done with this? Connor, you got to say you're sorry to her face. She said, okay, respect her boundaries, leave her ass alone. Leave her alone. All right. That was last week. Let's talk about this week. So, PPG. PPG don't film with nobody else. They don't like anybody else. They only like each other. So they only film with each other. We don't even get a scene of all the girls together, which is interesting. But PPG goes to a winery and they fill Serena in on what happened at Saddle Ranch because remember, she doesn't like Kendall because Kendall encouraged Cordell to be happy in the villa. Cool. So Kayla, they're talking about how Kayla brought her new man and he looked like an American Aaron. Serena thinks that Kayla is over Aaron, and no, she's not. She's not. She's not Serena. They then talked to JaNa about Kenny, and they said JaNa said that well, Kenny told Miguel that we're living separately because we both wanted to, and that upset me because only he wanted to. So, Janae said that Kenny was giving her serial killer vibes because he got real quiet and he was like focused in on her. He wasn't talking, whatever the case. The next day, he came over and apologized, and she forgave him and was like, "You don't have to apologize. You just need to communicate more." Janae knew that Kenny was being weird. Janae knew that something was off with Kenny, but Janae wanted to be in a relationship with this light-skinned, curly-hair ass nigga, and that's why she stayed with him. I have not forgotten that in the villa, Janae kept saying that she wanted to be with a light-skinned Hispanic man. So she got one, and she was going to do everything she could to hold on to him until he started calling her a bunch of slurs, and she couldn't ignore it anymore. And truth be told, I wholeheartedly believe if them text messages wouldn't have leaked or however she found out or whatever, I think Janae would have still been with Kenny because he is the aesthetic of the man that she wants. You couldn't pay me to stay with somebody that I felt was giving me serial killer vibes. So then Janae asked Serena, would she marry Cordell? Serena is ready to marry Cordell and said that he has 6 months to propose. I don't know when this was filmed. Are they engaged yet? Y'all let me know. Janae wants Kenny to move to Vegas. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to. Like, why don't y'all compromise and y'all both move somewhere separate? That's compromise. Janae doesn't want to move. She's like, Kenny doesn't, nothing's holding him in Dallas. What's holding you in Vegas? Is Janae's family in Vegas? I thought Janae's family was in Hawaii. So Leah said that she would marry Miguel today if he asked her to, okay? So Kenny and Miguel, they go to a Muay Thai class, and Kenny is telling Miguel about the anniversary dinner, and he's like, look, I wasn't feeling it. I froze up after I had to admit that I told you that we both wanted space, and it was really me. So Kenny doesn't want to move to Vegas. He actually wants to move closer to his family, which is in New York. Janae is dead set on staying in Vegas. And I kind of feel like that's why shows like this, where y'all are coming from every which way, they don't always work. Shows like Love is Blind and Married at First Sight, at the least, you're getting people that are established and living in that area. When it comes to Love Island, y'all are falling in love with people from different countries and continents and opposite sides of the states, and then it becomes this, well, I don't want to move, you don't want to move type of deal. Somebody's going to they broke up. Don't nobody got to move. It's whatever. So we see Kendall. Kendall is 15 minutes late to his date, and he comes up and he gives this girl a one-arm side hug. She had to reach out to him and be like, yo, are you coming or not? He told her he was 7 minutes away. He was really 15. He was really 15 minutes away. So he gives this girl a one arm side hug, and I was like, whatever. Kendall, so they're out mini golfing. Kendall said he does not feel a spark with her. It's small, but not really the spark that he likes, and he needs fireworks. I am so tired of people coming onto these reality shows and saying, I don't feel it's not fireworks, by the way, it's not fireworks. that's an excuse for you just not liking the person. You just don't like the girl, but that is your storyline, Kendall. So whatever. So she's telling him because she lives out in Temecula, which is about 2.5 hours away. And she's like, look, I keep coming to see you, you know, you could come and see me. And he's like, I've never done anything like that before. She's like, I know, I'm asking you. And he's making it seem as if he can't go out there. Kendall, you have a driver right now. Y'all are filming a show. You can go see that girl. You can drive 2.5 hours to go to dinner or whatever the case with her. You don't like her. Don't keep wasting that girl's time. Don't keep having her come on down to LA. You don't like the girl. Just be real with her. So PPG meets up with Ariana, who is such a fangirl for them. That's why she was such a terrible host season 6 because she was a fangirl. So they talk about how y'all be wilding on social media, sending all of them hate and all that type of stuff. Why y'all do that? Why y'all be doing that to people on TV? Stop being weird, okay? It's unnecessary. So JaNa gets a text from Megan Thee Stallion inviting the ladies to a fashion show in Miami, and then we see everyone from the show get a text that, hey guys, we're going to Miami, all right? So we see Aaron and Liv. Aaron goes over to Liv's house while she's packing, and he is just gonna talk to her. They've gotten closer. It could be me, but I felt like he was eating chocolate and then wiping his hands on her pillows. Because he would put something in his mouth and then touch the pillow right away. It would have really been awesome. You got me fucked up, Aaron. You got me fucked up. Go get a napkin. You're too old for that. So Aaron is not excited about the Miami trip, and it's because he don't have any friends outside of Connor. You can tell he misses Rob because if Rob was around, I wholeheartedly believe if Rob was on the show, Aaron would be in better spirits. If Rob were on the show, Aaron would be smiling and just as happy as a clam, okay? But this also shows that because Aaron was so far up Rob's ass, during the show, he didn't cultivate any other friendships. Because why aren't you cool with Miguel? Why aren't you cool with, well, Cordell's not on the show, but you didn't cultivate any other friendships. And so now that y'all are all doing this show, you don't have anybody to kick it with. You're forced to be friends with Connor. Don't nobody like his ass. So Aaron said that he knows that Kaylor would have flipped out if he brought a girl to the party, which is facts. Which is facts. He then goes on to say that because of what Kaylor is dealing with her grandmother, that he believes that she is pushing away the people that are closest to her, i.e. Aaron and Liv, because she's hurting. And Liv was like, yeah, but just because you're going through stuff, that does not give you an excuse to be an asshole. And I think so many people do that, right? I've had that happen to me where you have a friend, a close friend, they're going through something and they take it out on you and they push you away. And I'm with Liv. Look, I'm not going to play those games with you. I'm not the enemy here. So if you push me away, I'm going to stay away. Very simple. So we see Kaylor is in the car. She's on the phone with Serena, and she's going to go home and check on her grandmother, who has now been moved to hospice, and said that Serena has been more of a best friend to her than Liv. Fuck out of here, Kaylor. So Nicole is in town. Kendall's talking to Connor, talking about he has anxiety from Nicole being in LA. Why? Why? Nicole meets up with Serena and Leah. She has not talked to Kaylor or Liv, said that they unfollowed her, and it's like, I know you know why. Serena was like, oh, well, Kendall told them to. And she was like, wow. So then we get they juxtaposition to another scene where Kendall is telling Connor that he doesn't know why, or was it Connor or Kenny? He doesn't know why the girls don't follow Liv anymore. And it's like, yes, you do. Yes, you do. So Nicole is not, she's single, but she's dating. And, she's just having the time living her best life, okay? So she lets the girls know that she is going to be meeting up with Kendall. And they're all like, damn, woo. I'm like, y'all, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. So JaNa and Kenny, they're going to give Juan back to the shelter. so that he can go to another foster family since they are headed to Miami. And Kenny don't care about that dog anyways. JaNa looks very upset, broken up about it. They had to kind of pull Juan. Juan was like, well, I'm staying with my homies. And Kenny is like, great, I don't want the dog anyway. So I don't trust people that be like apathetic like that about pets. I don't like cats, but I love dogs. And I just kind of feel like Kenny's weird. So Kendall and Nicole meet up. Yay. She tells him that Liv and Kayla unfollowed her because of him. He denies it. We get a flashback scene of Liv saying that Kendall was asking her and Kayla, why are you still following Nicole? Unfollow her. Why are you still following Nicole? Unfollow her. Liar. So Kendall felt betrayed. Look, we all know what happened, okay? Right before, or right when they got out of the villa, that video leaked of Kendall showing his glory hole, okay? And everybody was like, oh, damn. So that leaked. Nicole was embarrassed about it. Apparently, the two of them were going to talk in private, but Nicole blurted out how she felt betrayed and that he lied to her because he did lie about who the video was for. She had to find out from JaNa. Kendall is upset that Nicole called him out for lying on the reunion. Again, could Nicole have handled that better? Sure. But Kendall, how did she betray you? I don't get that. So Nicole acknowledges that she did not have empathy for him with how things happened. Kendall still has taken no accountability for anything. He's really pushing all the blame over onto Nicole. And that was the end of the episode. They hash things out. They make up. Next week they're in Miami. Hoo-hooray. I have heard that Nick and Alandria, Amaya, and somebody else, who is it? Somebody else has been approached to be on Beyond the Villa for next season. God help us. Go find KK. Go get Keenan. Go get Marco and Hannah. Go get Bergie. Go get Justine. Go get Lil Short Set. Like, there are so many other people from Love Island that y'all can put onto this show, but focusing solely on this cast, Kayla is driving away views. Okay? Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.